Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Central Valley Business. We are live around the world on the internet on centralvalleytalk.com. I'm Mike Scott. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We have a busy show. We're going to start talking about one of my favorite products from the Central Valley. You may have seen them at the Fresno Food Expo a couple of last week or 2 weeks ago. How long has it been now? Last week. Yeah. Yep. Anyway, Champion Raisins are here. Michael Bedrosian, Paul Bedrosian. How are you guys?
We're doing great.
You guys are.
Good to be here.
You're so many products now besides just the actual raisin.
Absolutely.
These ones you have in front of me here, they're called Raisins.
Raisins.
The kids love these.
The kids love those. We have been seeing every year when kids taste these, they have a renewed liking for raisins. And what this is it's a golden raisin, and it has a sour flavor on it. This one's watermelon. We have lemon. We have orange. And
I'm going to try the orange here.
Okay, go ahead. And
that's my favorite.
Yeah.
And what this is that we're trying to. What this is we're trying to get the kids to get their one serving of vitamin C and also of dried fruit for the day through the schools, and we're seeing that the kids not only like this but they want more. So
they're good.
Thank you. And again, with the kids, there's a lot of kids out there that didn't like raisins, but when they try these, they love them, and they come back for it.
So I would snack on these all day.
Yeah, they are very, very good for you, and we are very happy that we are able to have the kids eat nutritiously in the schools, and the schools really like it.
So what gives it the sour kick? Was it?
The sour kick, we have a coating of the watermelon flavor, and we have the it's
ascorbic acid.
Yeah, ascorbic acid that gives it that.
Is that vitamin C?
It's I don't know. I don't know if it's vitamin C.
There's another ingredient in here. Where's that gives it the. It's the citric acid.
The citric acid.
Citric acid is what
okay.
gives it the sour flavor.
Yeah, and I can't stop eating these. They're good.
And they're very good. So this is one of the products that it's been the last few years that this product has come out. So
you're trying to get these into all the schools. Right.
And then from there, if it's successful in the schools, we want to get it on the retail shelf. So we have to. That's how we're doing it with this product. We're starting
we
that
created
way.
it to try to get kids back to eating raisins. Most
Yep.
children don't like to eat raisins. When you put raisins in front of them, they just push them away. And so this is a way for us to help bring raisins back.
A sneaky way.
Yeah.
But it's a good way, and they
It's
love
a good
it.
way.
We've seen them at food shows, and they go wild for them. They'll come back and get more.
They will come
and
back.
Fill their bags with them. And
So were you tasting these at the Food Expo?
yeah, we were
Sampling these?
Yeah.
sampling these out at the food expo.
These are at the Food Expo over at the booth.
Notice the same people circling around the booth.
Oh, yeah.
10 times.
They were there.
They love them.
I would have been one of those.
There
All
was
right.
a lot of samples over there, too.
So, Champion is a pretty big name here in the Valley, but I'm not sure of the history of it. Why don't you tell me how you guys started?
We started in 1969. It was three brothers. My dad was one of the brothers. His name was Creekor, and Paul David's dad was Kenny, and then the oldest brother was Ernie. And they started the company in 69. Basically, they were it was running bulk raisins through there. They had a few growers, and they bought the raisins, and then they ran it through the process, mainly for institutional food service, cereal companies, confectionery companies, and even some export companies that we would process them, destem them, and pack it in bulk, and then we would ship it out. That happened from like 1969 in those early years. I would say from a good 10 or so years after that, just run in bulk. And
Just a family operation.
yeah, this was just
Small operation.
It's a
Very-
small
very
operation.
small.
And then we decided, well, we want to get into retail packs. So over the years, as you can see, we got into these different retail packs over here.
Created the label Champion.
And we created the label Champion. And then we got into, it started out with the 6-packs, and then the half-ounce way on the end, and then we got into the cans, and then we got into the
Stand-up pouches.
and stand-up pouches and bags,
Bag in
and
the
then
box.
cartons. So as we grew, we saw that we want to get into the retail sector, and then with that we also saw an opportunity that we also do some store brands too as well in the operation. So we have the retail side, the bulk side, and also in export. And we do a lot of high-spec customers for high-spec Raisin needs. So we're sort of a diverse company that trying to
Why don't you
be...
tell them what high spec means? I don't know if they know it.
A high-spec mean is like for like a confectionery company that wants a certain size of raisin, a certain moisture.
High specification.
It's a high
Okay.
specification.
You guys can do that.
And
Oh,
it's,
yeah.
and it's really hard to get. It takes years and years of learning and understanding the buyer's needs. And we like to do that. We are a service company that wants to provide a service for our customers the
Solution
best way,
provider.
the best way we
provider.
could.
Yeah. Now, you've expanded outside the family, obviously. You have a lot of other raisin growers here in the valley that
Right.
feed into you.
Right, and that's our backbone of the company. You know, the raisin growers are very, very important to us. We over the years have built a reputation of trust, and also the oldest brother who founded the company, you know, he started the Raisin Bargaining Association. That was Ernie Bedrosian. So a lot of the growers see National Raisin Company as someone that and that they can trust it, that what we say is something that, you know, we really think about and
They can believe in.
and they can believe. So
So wait a minute. So it's National Raisin Company, but
Correct.
Champion when you buy it in the stores.
It's
But it's
brand.
all the
Right.
same umbrella.
exactly. And so our growers are very, very important to us, and they know that. And we work in the grower department out there, and we are very happy to be part of that, and our growers are very happy to be part of our team as well.
Yeah.
So, and that goes with the raisin side and on the prunes, and also
figs.
figs, and we're just starting to get into dates. So we're when we started in '69, it was just raisins, but over the years we got into these different commodities. So that way, when a buyer wants a raisin, he just not only can get a raisin, he can do a one-stop shop and get all these different things at once at one company.
Would you be adding more, or is that your core now?
Well, that's our core, but we also bring in, you know,
Apricots, cranberries,
cranberries, you know, we bring in
some nuts.
yeah, we bring in these other commodities that we're not vertically integrated in, but we bring them in either for mixes or for other lines that stores want.
Yeah.
So
When are you going to open up a store?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
National.
Our
That's a very good
CEO has been
question.
talking about that, and
Yep.
she's looking into that and wants to create a store for customers to come in and buy these type of products
Right.
right out of our facility.
Yeah.
we are
We're
looking into that, and part of that, I just want to add on. It's our sustainability projects that we've been working on, and maybe the store would be part of. We put in solar panels, and Paul can talk about that, and we also put in a water digester to help with water conservation. So anyways, those are some of our sustainability projects to get us more of a green company, you know, and our buyers like to see that we're care about the environment, and so we're trying to do our best to be a friendly company to the environment.
Well, isn't farming the greenest company ever?
yes, it is.
You grow green.
Grow green.
Yes, it is.
That's right.
Yes, it is.
Why don't you explain to them what the water digester
Well,
is?
what it is when we wash raisins, the raisin wash water that comes after washing raisins, it's dirty, obviously. So inside that raisin, there's dissolvable sugars. So what happens is what it is we collect this water. It goes in this digester or this big.
Big pond.
It's a big pond.
Okay.
But it's all.
It's about a 6-acre pond.
It's a 6-acre pond, and it's covered. It has these micro bugs in there that eat the sugars and create this methane gas. So when the raisins enter the pond and when it comes out, it's about 2 weeks. So at the very end, the water itself is a lot more clearer. These little microscopic bugs eat that, creates a methane gas, which helps run the pond to keep it at a certain temperature. So it's sort of a and then also it helps with our bill that we get from the company SKF down in Kingsburg that has to, they do less processing of the water, which means we get a less bill. So it helps us all the way around with the water, with our, as far as on expenses, and our buyers like to see green things like that.
Sure.
We're eventually going to take that recycled water and be able to use it to irrigate our crops.
Right.
That was my next question.
Yeah.
Instead of just putting it down the drain,
Right.
and sending it to
Right.
SKF where it's not being used. It's basically being percolated back
Yeah.
down into the
Yeah.
and recharging the groundwater. But we want to use it for our crops, and it's our
Yeah.
water that we're paying for. And
Right.
so,
Now,
we get
the
double use out of
methane,
it.
do you use the methane to
Yeah.
power
Yes.
the plant?
Yeah. It doesn't
Well,
power the plant. It
it-
powers
it's-
the generator that
Yeah.
heats the pond.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not enough yet, but we've just got it going the last few months, so we're just, but it's been doing a lot.
Remember when farming was just planting and picking? Now
Yeah. No.
it's so diversified.
And Paul, you can
Yeah.
talk about how.
So we put in also solar system or solar farm, and it's about 3.4 megawatts, which would make it probably the largest agricultural solar farm in California. So it's quite big. It sits on, I would probably say, between our roof and the ground, it probably sits on about 13 acres.
Ooh.
Yeah, so it's.
Now wait a minute. There's the huge one outside of Vegas.
Sure.
Yours is going to be bigger than that?
No, that
No.
that probably is a solar farm for electricity purposes.
Oh, yours. Okay, I
Ours
got you.
is powering our facility.
I got
so
you.
it's,
Yeah,
so
it's
it's
our
only it's the
facility.
largest one that will send power to a processing facility in probably the state of California.
Wow. I drive over to the coast a lot, and along 41, there's a massive new solar farm
Sure.
that's gone up
Yeah.
somewhere,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like out by Kettleman.
Yep.
But I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot of
Right
empty
there.
land out there. They can
Yeah.
afford it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're using it.
there
for
are
power
some
homes
there
and
are some
stuff.
huge solar farms out
We
there.
visited one
We visited one
by
out by Paso Robles.
Paso Robles,
Yeah.
that's
I
right.
mean, our valley is drenched in sun for a good part of the year. Why not
Yep.
take advantage
I
of
think
that?
that's what the farmers are going to start doing that are on the west side. They can't farm anymore because
Right.
the water's drying up, and they'll probably just put solar panels out there and sell electricity
That-
to
that might be
PG&E.
good.
That may be the next wind farming. So
I don't know. We'll
what
see.
happens.
Okay. Well, champion raisins and national raisins and anything else you guys want to add before we go today? When might we see that store open? You said you're thinking about. Isn't it? Is it a few
we got to talk
years
to our
away still?
boss.
Yeah.
We got to talk to our boss and
And-
see what she says.
And
A big right out there on 99.
Yeah.
All the cars driving by
Yeah.
would stop and load up.
Well,
and
Let me work on that with you.
Yeah, I know. I just want to say on behalf of all, I know there's and there's two of us, but there's many more cousins and sisters of mine that work
that are involved in
that
the
are involved in
process.
the company, and
And
we
all the
just-
other farmers that work with
and
you.
all the other farmers, we like
and
to
our
s-
employees,
and our
our
employees,
associates.
and our buyers. We like to say it's a whole network of people that make this company happen, and
That's
we
right.
thank everybody
Absolutely.
for being part of our team.
That's right.
Well, we
This
thank
is
you
a
for
team.
coming in today.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you very
And
much.
please keep making these things,
Yeah.
man.
The
These are
raisins,
awesome.
okay.
The
Kids love
raisins.
them.
Kids love them,
What do you mean? Adults love them too.
and
It's
adults
not
love
just
them
the-
too.
Forget
Thank you
the
very
kids.
much.
All right, Michael Bedrosian, Paul Bedrosian from National and Champion Raisins. Thank you so much.
Thank
and
you.
we'll be back with more on Central Valley Talk.
Thank you.